But remember, part of the green has been lost. This is absolute control. Let's say this is full control. And this is like good control. Some of the red here has been lost. Some of the green here has been lost. Okay? Right, the 55% line does not change because it changes as the high changes. So now let's look at this length. If the bar moves here, don't you have a new 55% level? So as your high changes, your 55 changes, but once you back off the high, no. You follow? Once you start backing off the high, see, there's 55%. Watch this. This is 55%. Now, once you start backing off the high, that 55% stays. So it's 55% based from the high to the open. If you get a new high, you get a new 55% level. Once you back off the high, you don't move that 55%. Okay. Now, this is called weak control. Okay, it's weak control because it's about half. I'd say weak control is around the halfway mark. Half of the bar is color, the other half is tail or wick. Right? That's weak control. Loss control is when you trigger more than half. That 55% or more of the color has been lost. The control now has switched. We've gone from the bulls being in control, absolutely at the high, in a good way here, still in control, good control, weak control, lost control. All right? Look, bears were in full absolute control. Full control. Good control. Weak control. Lost control. 55% or more of the bar's color has been wiped out. This is the picture of lost control. Now, when a solid green bar, listen to me, has lost 55% or more of its greenness, your assumption must be that the bears are now in control and the next bar is likely to be red. That the movement down here is likely to continue and spill over into the next bar. This is a powerful movement down, which is going to spill over into the next bar. Follow through, that's right. Here's follow through in the opposite direction, where your assumption must be that the next bar is going to be green here. This was a powerful movement up that is likely to spill over into the next bar. Let's not talk about bases now and breakouts, Nagib, all right? It's not the place for it. Let's forget about trend right now, Renee. Okay? We're starting off from the market's basic unit. First, the opening tick, then the movement above the opening tick of a single bar, or the movement below the opening tick of a single bar, and I'm going to build your knowledge from a single bar to things like the trend and stuff like that. You follow? If you can understand the market from a single bar, then I can teach you how all of that fits in the bigger grand scheme of things. Does follow through mean going into the next bar? Yes. Yes, follow through means going into the next bar. Yeah, I know. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, what many of my traders do is they would look to short this bar right here. They would short the bar at this moment right now. Why? Because this was a solid green bar. It lost 55% of its greenness, and bam, they'd short it right there. They'd put a stop. 1 penny above the high of the bar. They would short here, assuming that the movement down is going to continue. My traders would also look to buy. This bar was solid red. Once 55% or more of the red bar is erased, they'd look to buy right now. They wouldn't wait for this bar to finish trading either. The moment that 55% level has been achieved, they look to buy. Their stop would be placed 1 penny below the low of the bars, the low of the bar. And they wouldn't wait for this bar to finish either. They'd buy under the assumption that this movement up is so powerful that it's going to continue before the bar is completed. Yes. The reason why they do it before the bar is completed, the reason why I teach them to do it before the bar is completed is because now, what if now look at this, to the left you're short, to the right you're long. Now the bar's movement continues. You see that? You see what's happened? Now all the color's gone. Now remember, let's follow this for the moment. Let's follow this for the moment. This bar was solid green. When it lost 55% of its greenness, you went short right here. I know this lags my talking. You went short there, right? After you went short, the stock continued to drop. Went short. Drop more. When it reached its opening tick, it has no color left. Now all the green's gone. What I teach my traders is that if you shorted at the 55% level and the movement continues and wipes out all of the color, I want you doubling up at the 100% wipeout point. This is the second short. Double up on 100% wipeouts. Your initial entry is the 55% retracement level. Your second entry is at the 100% level if that happens on the same bar. The same bar that triggered the 55% retracement level also triggered the 100% retracement level. 100% of the green is now gone. We double up. Where's your stop? Above the high. This bar was solid red. Now watch me. Zong, there is no 8 and 20 period moving average I've spoken to you about yet. All right? Let's take it slide by slide. And I've got to move on here. All right? We're still in the beginning of the course. I'm building your knowledge from a single bar right now. You cannot have a moving average with a single bar, right? Okay? Okay, let me take it in steps. Okay. Solid red. We start to lose part of the red, right? Part of red's gone. What are you doing right now? Short. You got it backwards. If you said short, you got it backwards. Okay? You're buying right here. A solid red bar has lost 55% or more of its red. The bears have lost control. The bulls are now in control. Buy. My stop is under the low. Right. Now it keeps going. After you went long, stock, now you're starting to get profitable. Stock still moving higher. Right? Stock still moving higher. Higher. Now all the red's gone. What are you doing here? That's right. You're going long again. You're doubling up. Why? Because the same bar achieved both. Why do I want traders doubling up? Because I have found that if the same bar that wiped out got 55% wiped out, if the same movement keeps going and achieves the 100% wipeout level, those are your strongest moves. The strongest amount of follow-through comes from both levels being achieved, 55% and 100% in the same stroke. Okay? Now, assumably, your stop, right? Your stop is the same. But if this is too far away for comfort, what percentage do you move your stop up to? What percentage do you think you move the stop up to? If it's too far away, absolutely. Because in reality, isn't this movement up isn't that really a green move? You follow what I'm saying? Every movement up is green in my mind. Every movement down is red. So this is a movement up. There's my 55% level. Okay. Now, remember, you've gone short at the 55% level and you've doubled up at the 100% level to the left. You've gone long at the 55% level. You've doubled up at the 100% level to your right. Now, let's say it keeps going. Now it's producing the opposite color. Wow. Now that's follow through. That's power. I tell traders that when you see this scenario, just assume that the stock is going to go in this direction forever. Now that's not really true, but I want them to understand that this is so powerful that it better take something very serious to knock you out of this trade, to get you to release this trade. It's got to be something very serious because you are in store. You should be in store for a very powerful continued move in your desired direction. This movement down should continue in a very, very fast and furious way. This movement to the right should continue upward in a very, very fast and furious way. Will they be dips along the way? Of course, but the general power of the move should definitely be to the upside. Now remember, this is not an add point, but remember, you went long at the 55% level here. You add it at the 100% level, and it's still going. It could keep going like that. Remember, you went short at the 55% level. You add it at the 100% level, and it's continuing to drop. It could continue to drop and look like that. Okay? And if this bar continues lower and gets real fat, of course, you don't want to lose all that red. You move it to the 55% of the color. And let's say the next bar opens. Let's say, right? Okay, next bar opens, then grows a little. Move your stop down here. Right. If it grows fat again, where do you move it? 55%. And on and on. Beautiful. So you got it. So I teach traders to look for the loss of control point. Train yourself to monitor loss of control points. 55%. Wow, solid green bar. Oh, wow, lost more than half of the green. Loss of control point. Wow, solid red bar. Uh-oh, lost more than half of the red. Loss of control point. Train yourself to spot loss of control scenarios. Solid green, lose more than half of the green, bulls lost control. Solid red, lose more than half of that red, loss of control. We'll get to price targets later, Tim. Okay, we're going to take a break in just a few minutes. I just need to cover, I don't like to split these chapters up. So I want to show you that's how loss of control happens in one bar. Let me quickly go over loss of control. Looking for this after 3 to 5 bars? No. No, Brent. I'm talking about a single bar right now. Okay? Now, here's full control. Again, right? Left side, bulls are in control fully. Why? Most of the bar's range is green. Bears in control fully. To the right, most of the bar is red. Now, remember I told you, the bulls can lose control in the same single bar. Boom, control is lost. Or the other way control is lost is in a slight delayed fashion, where the loss of control, the loss of green, happens the next bar. So look at this. The next bar starts to move downward into the green bar's range. You see that? Now this is like it's eating through the green. It's eating into the green. It's retracing or erasing what the green accomplished. The green accomplished a rise. The next bar is wiping the rise out. Okay? Scenario to the right. The next bar is starting to retrace the red bar's steps. Red bar moved down. The next bar is moving back up to retrace or undo what the red bar accomplished. Now, this is still, the bulls to the left are still in control. Only a portion of the green has been wiped out by this current bar. The bears to the right are still in control because only a portion of the red has been erased, but not enough for them to lose control. Now this is weak control. Why? Because a good portion, not a loss of control portion yet, but still enough to damage the control somewhat. It's weak control by the bulls to the left, weak control by the bulls to the right. Now understand, this could happen in one bar, but sometimes it's delayed and begins to happen into the next bar. So this is the 2-bar version of loss of control. Bam, here's your loss of control. Control now is in the hands of the bears to the left. Why? Because the bears managed to undo more than half of what the bulls did. Okay? They wiped out more than half of what the bulls accomplished. To the right, the control is now in the hands of, that's right, you go short. Leah, you go short right here. To the right, the bulls are in control because they managed to undo or erase more than half of what the bears had accomplished. And you can go long. Okay? Now understand that this is no different from the picture I showed you before. Remember this picture? Let's watch this. That's the same thing. It just happens a little bit later. Do you follow? Instead of it happening in the same bar, it just happened a little bit later. So what made it happen a little bit later? Didn't this period's time run out? You follow what I'm saying? This period's time ran out, and it just happened into the next time period. Now let's assume, guys, listen to me carefully. This is very important. Let's assume